because they need to get into that positive position. Now let's witness what happens here, Liz. Potentially a game with a major on the line. Azure Ray and Invictus Gaming. Very quickly, looking at these drafts, tell me the team that's going to win and how long it's going to take.
Look, like, I can't really tell that because of the Arc Warden. He's just such a question mark
That's
for
why
me.
it's a fun question.
Yeah, I really think that this is overall a good game for an Arc Warden. It just comes down to the execution. And I really do think that Azure Ray should win this one. Not only because of the Arc Warden, but because of the Storm. It feels like a really good Storm game too.
Yeah, Sunrise's game feels very, very free. And unless we have a massive pop-off coming in from Emo, dealing with Storm Spirit, not the easiest thing to do in the world as a Wind Ranger. But we shall see what Emo tries to do here. So far, no surprises. We did see a lot of heroes that were posturing here from IG. They had a smoke coming into this area, looking like they were thinking about going up onto the high ground. They do it properly now. Trying to set up for 3 bounties. Let's see if they can get it. So the Spark Rays, though, making this complicated, so they might choose to just back off.
Yeah, you don't really want to fight this Venomancer with Gale and Blood Grenade. 1 Gale, 1 Blood Grenade, and you're feeling like a really sad boy. I was thinking maybe they could put Oracle with the Timber. Maybe. They will not. It looks like Oracle will use the Twin Gate, but... like, honestly, it wouldn't feel that bad. Like, you'd have Purge for the Flux and for the Gale. Okay. They decide to put him top instead.
They're like, well, want to make sure Dusk can get some good farming off. So now that we do have our configured lanes, talk to me about this, Liz. Where's the action going to be breaking out? Because it does seem like both sides have kill lanes pretty much all across the map.
Yeah, everything is a kill lane. Like this Arc Warden down bottom, together with Veno, they can easily kill off Rubik if he's not careful. They can even kill off the Timber, I feel like. They have more than plenty magic damage. Top lane as well, like Skyrat and Beast. Just a kill lane on its own too. And if they're not careful, Meta and some Purge, that can be fatal as well in the other direction.
Actually looking potentially for a first blood, but QIQX does get beyond the Tian tower. He should be safe here. Bottom lane, we almost lost our Venom Monster as well. But Tianming barely survives. We'll be able to pop the salve and then return to the lane. The best part about Lu playing Arc Warden is that these small instances when Venom Monster has to back up to heal doesn't necessarily impact your farm output as the Arc Warden.
Yeah, the hero overall feels much better, much easier to farm with at the moment.
Oh, they actually almost got a kill here onto Rubik, and they will find it. Lu gets the first blood, but the question is, will he survive? No, he won't. Shang Yu ends up getting the kill on top of him to get quick revenge here.
Nice play by the Timber, planting that branch so that he has a tree to Timber Chain too, and kill off the Arc Warden. Very nicely done. But then again, Arc Warden, he's the one that got first blood. One hero that you don't want to give the first blood to. He gets closer and closer to his Midas.
Top lane, we might have a death onto FY here, but they do not have the movement speed to catch up to him, so he should be able to escape. Blood Grenade, good item.
Yeah, he's got, on his own, he's got 325 movement speed, and then he tosses that Blood Grenade, gets away faster. He has 0 armor, like TB really hurts him, but only if he can actually catch up to him.
So far, the one that we haven't really talked about in depth, this mid lane, it's pretty even right now between the Somnus, Storm Spirit, and Emo's Wind Ranger. This is kind of what I would anticipate happening here. Doesn't feel like any one of these heroes can get a massive natural advantage over the other.
Yeah, Timber. This is where it becomes really difficult.
Yeah.
Does manage to Timber Chain away.
Die here. They can't get the last right click. Tianming wanted the last hit for the poison thing, but doesn't reach him in time.
Yeah, he's got Ring of Health. He's fine. Ring of Health, the tower as well. Like, you're not killing him. But when you're also not preventing this Arc from farming, I feel that this is becoming really bad for them. Like, they need a fat Timber, and they need a controlled Arc Warden, and they're not getting anything. So far, at least.
Shangyu, when he first joined IG, had a massive hole in his hero repertoire, but he's been expanding it slowly but surely. And Timbersaw is definitely one of his best ones right now.
PYW? He might die here.
PYW. He might actually be dead.
Yeah.
Nice little lift back to buy space and time, but the TP attempt, ambitious, but his ambition pays off.
Oh, no,
Gets
good
home
read.
safely.
Yeah, good read to TP away. I think that's if you get galed and you eat that flux, if you try to run, you're dead. So you just TP away. I think it's a good play. Unfortunately, Timber is left alone then.
Speaking of people being left alone, QIQX very far away from the TB, and Chalice and FY are intent on killing off this Oracle, and they'll succeed in doing so. FY gets credited with the kill. It's almost going to give him enough money to buy some boots.
Dude, I just love how close mid lane is, by the way. 28 on Storm, 28 on Emo in one hit. There we go. 28-4, 28-4. 5 minutes in. Like, really nice. Such
Perfectly
a close
balanced.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It's like,
Emo showing that he still has the chops, man. He still has the mechanics to take on a Somnus.
of course. Like, I'm just wondering, you could kill off the Storm Spirit maybe with some crazy ganks, but it's not easy. After level 6, that is. But I feel like it's easier for Storm to take down the Windrunner if she's not careful enough with Windrun. With some FY rotation. There's more damage coming from that support.
FY, he is indeed here in the mid lane, but they haven't found the kill just yet. It's turned it into a 2v2 middle. Seems like it's going to just be the name of the game throughout the region.
Yeah, just securing that minute 6 rune as well. Like, that's going to be very important. Who gets level 6 and minute 6 rune? Bot lane though, Veno.
They really want this Venom monster, but they don't want to dive too far for this either. Mid lane, we're going back here as Emo falling super low. QIQX will buy the space and time, and Emo has level 6. So with the Fortune's End and the Focus Fire, they turn onto Somnus. Somnus doesn't have his ultimate. Focus Fire will end, but so will Somnus' life as he dies first, and the experience will go the way of Emo. Very nicely done by IG in the mid lane here. Take advantage of the level experience advantage that they had and get the kill.
Okay, so Emo gets the kill, but... no, Emo gets the experience, but Somnus gets the kill. Because actually it was the Oracle that got the kill, right?
Ah, I see, yes.
PYW.
He's in a little bit of danger here. Timberchain will miss, trying to go onto Tianming. PYW will end up dead. Beautiful power shot from Emo. He rotates bottom, kills off this hero, and Venom Monster cannot assist Lu anymore, who will promptly TP out himself. He's like, well, the only stuns they have are Telekinesis and Shackle Shot. We've already killed the Telekinesis carrier, so I can just get out to safety. Up on top, though, Chalice not going to be as lucky as QIQX finishes him off with the Purifying Flames.
That's a sub-minute 7 Midas on Arc Warden, by the way. And he will go to the nearest camp right here to use it. Yeah, he just sold the Tango and 1 branch to get it. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have level 6 yet, so no double Midas at least. And he has to run back to the lane, which is a little annoying. If he even goes back, by the way, he might just start farming the jungle now. He just needs level 6, that's the problem. He didn't get it.
He's like, I need level 6, I need that Tempest double. We already saw in the mid lane the importance level 6 can make. They just quickly killed off Emo.
Oh, he doesn't need level 6 because he's got the Kobold. It's fine. He's got his partner in crime. Look at them. They kind of look similar as well. Like, this Kobold is basically Arc Warden if you strip him down. Like, if you take down all his fur and armor, he's a Kobold.
Well, Cobalt Warden is now in a fight here to defend the Tier 1 tower as they're trying to kill off Timbersaw. Shangyu just TP's out. Couldn't kill Tianming. And they did draw attention from FY. And look at the Siege Dragon. It's actually aggressing onto the tower. PYW might be able to find the kill. Lu realizes what's up. Quickly gets the deny when needed. And he might not be safe here, Liz, because Shangyu is still in the vicinity. PYW trying to get around him. But Tianming is also nearby.
Lu.
Who's going to be the person they find first? Lu? Dude, Lu must be so thankful for Tianming. He's gonna watch this replay and say, holy smokes, if Tianming didn't show right then and there, I would be the one dead instead.
Yeah, and that kill would be massive because he's just about to hit 6. There we go. He hits it, Midas instantly after. Emo, meanwhile, takes down the tier 1 mid. So tier 1 mid and bottom taken down by IG. They're definitely stepping up the tempo. And I like how they're playing. Like this dual mid against Storm, just securing Emo's lane, securing that he gets that ATOS as soon as possible. Meanwhile, one thing that I dislike about AR's draft is without Storm or Beast, they have no stuns.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to make these kills happen.
Just definitely one of these games that we're going to be light on the disables for both of these squads. It's going to come down to almost pure execution. And you were talking earlier about how even the mid lane was. And Emo has, of course, gotten a little bit away in terms of net worth. But the game state itself is still very, very even. Shanyu might die, but he's fine. They can't get there in time with Chalice. He timbers out, he's cool.
Yeah, that was on Storm to initiate properly, I feel like. It was on him to catch him, pull him in. Didn't manage to. But they are rotating mid instead now. That 10-minute mark rune.
Emo. Will he get zipped in? He does indeed. Primal Roar will be there as well. Mystic Flare drop down. Does it enough to kill Emo? Not just yet. He goes in. Focus fire with the wind run. And nice a beautiful shackle shot on the 2. Somnus almost dies from this, but barely able to escape. Emo now. He's surrounded by Radiant heroes, but he does have backup coming in. As they bring down Tianming, Shanyu will show up to assist them, killing off Chalice. And they get that with the power shot. Emo not only stays alive, gets some kills on the way out. They just keep the entire map as it was because there's no pressure coming in from AR on the side lanes either.
Very, very nicely done so far from IG. They're reading all of these moves coming from Azure Ray and they're reacting to them really well. I was worried because Emo pretty much ate the entirety of Mystic Flare, but it didn't really matter. He just turned on the Storm, almost took down the Storm, afterwards finished off the Beast with his power shot. He's really tanky, really difficult to take down. Like even with boots on int, he's got like 1350 HP.
Also, he's about to buy that Rod of Atos. And as you've outlined, not only is it super good as a universal hero, going to be great against Somnus, giving them one little piece of extra disable that the Storm Spirit doesn't want to play into.
Yeah, I feel like it's the best thing when these two facts come together, like when the item that you want on your hero is really good for your hero and when it also counters someone else on the enemy side. That's like, yeah, it just hits the sweet spot. And Atos is 100% that for Windrunner.
Emo so far owning this game. Net worth leader by quite some distance. The one person on their team that is struggling though is Dust on this Terrorblade. Not having the easiest time, but it is Terrorblade. So you're not going to expect to really see him for a while anyway. He's just going to go and farm and do his thing.
Kind of same can be said for Arc, right? So you're going to have two of these carries that are just farming up, chilling. Lu should have Maelstrom after the next Midas use.
Let's see what's going to be able to find Somnus. Steals away this haste, Jude. Shanyu jumps in though. They want to try force a fight onto Tianming. Tianming, shackle shotted. He'll easily be killed off. No tower for them to claim here, so they actually want more aggression. Somnus forced away here from this triangle.
Atos?
And he gets Atos. Actually, they reveal this item onto Somnus, but they don't have Shackle Shot to follow this up with, and PYW too far away for the telekinesis, so Somnus does live.
Yeah, he's also got that haste, so should be fine. Maybe they can find a kill on the Timber if he's not careful enough.
They do finally get the tier 1 tower in the top lane, though. That's the first piece of real estate that Azure Ray have been able to claim so far. Most of the traffic has been coming from the IG side of the map here, Liz. Yeah, and it's going to continue in that fashion. They smoke up again as 3 down bottom. They're looking for Lu.
Yeah, like Windrunner is actually very scary for an Arc Warden early on. If she latches on top of you, you're as good as that. He doesn't have a Javelin for that bonus damage though, only an Atos. Which is still good, it's just not as much damage I feel like Maelstrom brings early on.
Sadly, their attempted gank though will go completely awry as they mess out on Lu, who read the map well enough to TP in towards his triangle and try farm safely there.
Well, they should see him soon, right? They have that low ground ward, but never mind. He goes back mid instead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Probably should just ignore Arc for a while. He's not going to do anything. We might have another smoke from IG middle. Now they don't have a smoke until. Are they comfortable playing like this? Just like defending their towers slowly but for surely, farming up the waves that come in towards them? Is this fine for IG?
I'm not so sure. I think that you have a team that's able to get some pickoffs, and you should be doing that. I think when you're playing versus Arc Ward and he's got that double Midas, right? You want to be at least preventing him for having full farm. Top lane, Roar, and Mystic Flare.
Easy kill onto Rubik. PY Dub goes down. The question is, can they avenge him? Emo trying to find the angle here. Shackle shot doesn't latch, but he already got off the focus fire. So FY will definitely be dead to rights. Killing spree for Emo.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
maybe a halberd on someone later on, like a Venomancer, something like that versus the Windrunner will be helpful.
Veno right now is building Pervis to start things off with. So that's going to be his primary support item. Just trying to ensure that Lu and Somnus don't die early on in the fight.
But that's really good too, right? Just get some more utility. Use them on Lu, use them on anyone that gets really gone on by the Windrunner, by the Terrorblade. Terrorblade has a Yasha completed now together with the Dragonlance, so he's keeping up the farm. Who's on top of the network? First Beastmaster, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Chalice, he has that
Good old
Helm of the
Beastmaster.
Overlord, yeah.
Also, what a treat we have. We get to, in one game, Liz, we get Chalice Beastmaster, Somnus on Storm Spirit, Shang Yu Timbersaw, and PYW Rubik. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, like a lot of star players on their star heroes.
Right now, though, the game still hangs in the balance. 1k gold lead for IG, but it's barely even. It's pretty much 50-50.
Emo, he's in a
Emo getting
bad
jumped
spot.
on. He's in an awkward place, and indeed, he's going to eat so many awkward spells, and that's going to end up killing him off. They didn't even have to pop the Primal Roar for that one. Oh, no.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
not supposed to happen. He was way too far forward there.
Radiant's
Not sure what the plan was. I think he wanted to wrap around Lu, catch him off guard there, and get that kill as TB, Oracle, Rubik were pushing in. But everything fails now. As he's dead, like that whole maneuver on killing Arc and taking down tier 2 just, yeah, disappears, and instead you have to defend your tier 1 mid. Some big items are coming for IG though, like the Manta on TB will be huge. Timbersaw has his Lotus. I think that's also very important. Like, you need that Lotus so badly this game.
Yeah.
Versus Sky, versus Storm, versus Beast, versus Hardcore, literally versus everything. Lotus is the perfect item for this game.
Great Lotus Orb game. Some very interesting bounce backs on Echo Shell as well. That could be quite fruitful for them. Also, you were talking about some big items emerging for IG. They've just picked up a rod of Atos on Rubik, so they're doubling down on this Root's potential against Somnus.
Damn, yeah, I'm shocked that he went for Atos. It's a lot, but yeah, I guess they're also recognizing that the amount of cash that they've got is not enough. Still though, maybe a blink on PYW and then you follow up with a Hex or something like that later on. But it's way more expensive, obviously. Okay.
This Atos build-up is cheaper for now, at least, I guess.
Yeah, it's cheaper, and I guess you can rely on Timber to start things off, make things awkward, you know? You don't have to initiate in the old sense of the word in which you're going in, stunning someone, picking them off.
Speaking of initiation,
TB.
TB is dead. Primal Roar, Mystic Flare. That's the combo we want to see, my friend. This is why it keeps escaping the bad phases, it keeps getting picked up in these games. Feels super bad. And they're gonna get a tier 1 tower off of this as well.
Yeah, Phylactery now completed on Skyrat. A bit more damage on him. Every spell that he uses, every 4 seconds, it will be procced. 6 seconds, sorry.
Radiant's top tower.
All right, another mechanics question, brother, because I keep loving to ask you these things about Phylactery. If I buy Phylactery and then I buy Aghanim Scepter, right? And then I cast Arcane Bolt. Will both heroes that get hit take the full plus Phylactery damage? Or only the first target and then the second person takes regular arcane bolt damage?
I think only one should take damage. I think only one. Like, from Phylactery, that is. I don't think it splits into 2 hits. At least, obviously, I haven't tried every single thing in the game, and I don't... like, I haven't tried this one in particular, but I do think that it would be kind of silly if both of them took the damage.
Okay. How about, does that apply as well for Ancient Seal as well?
I think so, yeah. You just, the first target that gets hit, it takes the damage. The second target just gets silenced.
Okay. Well, we know what you need to do, FY. Please buy Aghanim Scepter so we can investigate this and see for ourselves.
Yeah.
In the meantime, this Roshan, my God, this is going by very, very quickly. IG are aware that this is happening, but they're not going to be here in time whatsoever.
They still want to fight, though. They're not backing out. They have decent vision. There's also a Hawk above them, but they're smoked up, so the Hawk won't scout them. Rubik, he will be the first one.
He realizes there's a Venom monster on the other side, though. And that's it.
Yeah, if you're Azure Ray, no need to fight this early on. Like, you can still continue farming. Your Arc Warden is far from being in a spot in which he wants to be. Like, he can fight, but you can first get... We'll see what he decides to go for. Mjolnir is good. Also, just getting... What's it called? Gleipnir. It's also very solid. Later on, Nullifier is amazing. Like, versus Windrunner, versus all of these heroes, versus Oracle. Like, a good old Nullifier on blue would be pretty good too.
Yeah, Nutty feels pretty nutty, actually. Would love to see them attain that for themselves. For now, IG starting to play around this Tormentor. Emo will probably end up just helping his team take it. Hopefully, he's hoping that the Rubik gets the shot. Let's see who gets lucky, and let's see if Lizard gets lucky enough to witness a support dive. Support, hey! It happened, hey! Oh. How many have we seen? That's like the 3rd or 4th one we've seen, right?
Yeah, I see them very often. They're happening all the time. Like, supports, they just aren't careful, and there's a lot of these small instances of damage, like Windrunner. With Focus Fire, she's hitting that Tormentor, but poor Rubik dies. Plus, it was only the 2 of them. QX already bailed.
QX is like, later, bozo. I don't want to deal with this. And they do get the Reign of Destiny, so it's still a pretty good Aghanim shot to pick up for the Oracle. In the meantime, AR are smoked up. Still have this Aegis for a little while, but they want to get onto the map and allow Somnus to spread his wings a little bit. Who's he gonna find? Simbasaur, maybe not the person you want to start off with. He gets off the Echo Shell, still alive for now, eats the full Mystic Flare, adds some damage from the Venom monster, and he will die. Tianming credited with the kill. And Timbersaw not feeling like a tanky hero at all. Maybe this is a game where you should have gone for the pipe, my friend, given how much magic damage there is on AR.
Yeah, like, the Lotus is good if you can cast it on someone. If you're casting it on yourself, what happens is they go on you, they Mystic Flare first, and then he silences you after. So Skyra doesn't care. I used my Mystic Flare, I used the Ancient Seal. Okay, I'm silenced as well, but you'll die. And Oracle can't really be there to help him. Oracle is mostly following the Terrorblade around. If they go on Terrorblade, he can use his ulti and save him instead. But maybe he could have been there. Maybe the right idea would be to be behind the guy that's defending your towers.
I feel like since the laning phase broke down, IG have been sort of struggling to make and connect with bigger moves on the map. They got those earlier towers for themselves. Things were looking okay, but been struggling to coordinate the next set of moves that'll allow the team to progress to their next stage. How far is Dust from having Skadi? Still a decent path away from the Terrorblade before he feels fully ready to fight just yet.
Yeah, he's going for that Skadi. Meanwhile, Arc is actually finishing off a Gleipnir straight into MKB afterwards.
Nice.
I think that's good. I think a Dragonlance is also good on Arc versus TB. Just outranging him feels good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna come and push in onto this tier 2 tower. Man, this was the one thing that IG gonna struggle to deal with. How do you deal with this? We spoke about the potential of having the inner beast plus magnetize. Damn, this is a magnetic field, not magnetize. I'm thinking of Earth Spirit now.
Yeah.
There's so much damage onto these buildings.
And even more damage on heroes because of the way it works right now. It gives you that bonus magic damage. It's very annoying.
His middle tower has fallen.
And attack range.
Radiant's top tower
yeah.
is under attack.
So you get 150 attack range, and you get 80 magic damage on every attack. And it works on mantas, by the way. So illusions actually dish out the same. Well, not the same, it's diminished because of the illusion damage, but still, the bonus damage gets added to them as well. I learned that yesterday.
Did you learn it playing Orc Warden, or you're on the receiving end of this damage?
No, I played.
Okay.
Is under attack.
It's always much funnier when you learn things about Dota through losing. You're like, wow, that sucks. Now I know what this interaction looks like.
What do you mean? It's okay. I'd say it's better to learn while winning.
Oh yes, yeah.
you get those sweet MMR points, and
Dire's middle tower
you're like, oh, I didn't even know this is that broken. Nice.
That's the best, when you're winning a game and you get surprised by how easy the game becomes. You're like, oh, thanks, Gavin, for all these free new mechanics. Thanks, Ice Frog.
Yeah. Maybe the gold from creeps is lower than before, but emo.
Oh my god. Chalice.
A
Did he
rare
lose
miss.
targeting there?
Yeah. A rare miss from Chalice. He had the Hawk on top of emo. He just couldn't get in position fast enough.
That's going to allow Emo to stay alive. Emo has finished off the Aghanim Scepter with the Gleipnir. He certainly would like to use this in some kind of engagement. What do we buy next for this Wind Ranger? Do we go defensive with BKB/Linken's here? Maybe Linken's could be decent, right? Against the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I think Linken's is pretty good. The problem is 2 Gleipnirs on Arc. And Dust.
Terrorblade gets killed off. Dust killed. He's going to be joined in the grave by PYW as well. That is huge. This Terrorblade not going to be allowed to die all that often in a game like this. Middle, at least Emo able to bring down this Venomancer, but he's being chased at the moment. Lou was considering porting onto some creeps, but
It was, he was trying to, but this opted not to. Like, he can still be taken down by a singular Windrunner there. Okay, I really think that maybe Rubik and Oracle should swap their positioning. Like, Oracle should have been there for the TB with the false promise. I think TB would have lived, maybe would have gotten out, but at least they'd buy enough time to strike back, use the Sunder.
sadly they got nothing out of that.
But he's getting bigger and bigger, right? Like, he's got that Ultimate Orb, he's getting towards Skadi. Needs like 300-400 gold more, and he's gonna have it.
Yeah, he basically has the Skadi finished, and then you can start thinking about the next item. Unfortunately for him, the usual Terrorblade build we've been seeing lately of going straight for the butterfly afterwards, probably not the best idea with this early MKB emerging from Lou.
Yep, he doesn't know about it, by the way. Lou actually didn't build a single component of it, didn't buy a single one, and it looks like he will actually not go for MKB instantly. He'll go for Nullifier instead. And I think this is a better choice overall.
Like you mentioned, this is a really good game for Nullifier. So it certainly makes sense if he opted for that. It's not that far away from having the gold for it either. And IG, they're gonna smoke up now. They feel finally strong enough to fight. Unfortunately, the only thing they're gonna find down bottom is a Tempest double. Might not even be worth revealing themselves to go for it. Narosha is not available either, so they can't even go and sneak the big man.
Another smoke.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This time around, last time we saw Chalice not able to connect onto Emo. We'll see what he can attain here. While all this is happening, a random tower ended up being taken in the bottom side of the map.
Chalice, his smoke, bro.
They are.
Yeah.
His smoke did break, but he doesn't have a viable target just yet. He sees this Terrorblade, but he knows that this Oracle is behind him, so jumping him first, not a good idea.
If you can get on top of Oracle, that would be the perfect initiation. Storm, his smoke broke.
Yeah, they also smoked underneath a Hawk. They were scouted doing this. Smoke pops immediately. Somna's positioned perfectly to try and break this. And looks like our fight is actually not going to end up happening here, at least not just yet. Everybody a bit too skittish. They know that everybody knows that everyone else knows that they're here. So he's going to be the one to make the jump though. Looking for QIQX. He pops the BKB. Really wants the Oracle. The Reign of Destiny will be dropped down, buying space and time. In the meantime, Oracle still gets off the False Promise onto the Wind Ranger. And now they throw the Primal Roar onto Somnus. There is going to be the Rod of Atos with Shackle Shot. And they kill him off. Storm down for the count. Tianming might be chasing him as well. Falling very, very low to the damage of the Timbersaw. Dust will finish him off and claim a double kill for his efforts. And they're not done just yet. Emo would love to find somebody for a shackle shot, but he doesn't have a blink dagger, so he can't close the gap. Nonetheless, though, IG, successful fight here, Liz.
Yeah, successful fight, but Azure Ray, they make a rare mistake. They start fighting just before that nullifier was completed on Arc Warden. So he actually didn't have it on his clone during the fight. Usually with Arc Warden, what do you do at this point? You send the clone in first and then you join the fight afterwards. Well, the clone only had Helm of Iron Will. So the fight was unfortunately started a little bit too soon, as well as Storm just not being able to take down Oracle, right? Like that was the biggest issue. Like he went too damn deep.
Dude, right? And then their QIQX is like, thank God I got the Aghanim shot, baby. Reign of Destiny not only kept me alive, but it allowed me to save Emo with the False Promise. And we see what we see in a lot of these games, Liz. The inability to kill Oracle early on creates massive problems for your team fight prospects later.
Oh, if they go through the Twin Gate.
Oh no, Terrorblade came first! Terrorblade came first! Terrorblade is dead! Somnus pops BKB to dive deeper into the fight. Emo just going to be forced to run away. At least Zhang Yu will be able to bring down Tianming. And the rest of the heroes from Aldia's side are streaming into this fight. Emo on the north, he really needs to escape away from FY. FY chases him, FY gets the damage, and Somnus gets the cleanup, turning it into a double for the Storm. The two big cores on IG brought down, and all because of a Twin Gate. 10 more seconds in either direction. They'd probably be safe there, Liz, but they come in at the exact wrong time for that fight.
Oh, and Roshan obviously respawns, or spawns. He's there, he never left. Comes back, they can take him down in a second. That Aegis goes to Lu, and now you actually have that sieging machine as well. Arc, he feels very squishy, even with all the items that he's got right now. But with the Aegis, he can just stand and hit the high ground. Oh man. And you know what was really interesting about that fight? Like, any team that uses the Twin Gate loses, right? The first team that uses Twin Gate pops on the other side loses because they are popping out one after another. Unfortunately, TB poked his head out first. It was like, anyone there?
Yes, we're all here.
Everyone, yeah, everyone is there.
Now you not only lose the Roche, you're losing a Tormentor. Just having the map close in on you. Who got the shot? Gave it to the Skywrath?
Yeah.
Meh.
The Shield of the Scion. Very interesting.
It's such a cool name for such a blasé ability.
Yeah. When I saw it, I thought it was really good on a core Skywrath. Like if you're mid and you're in these fights and fights are prolonged, you're gonna become really, really strong. But yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
Right now, Azure Ray, a commanding gold lead of 17k in their favor. They're taking over the map, and they have the Dota Plus endorsement as well. Long slip coming in from Somnus. He really wanted Emo, but doesn't have the mana to catch up to him.
Yeah, with that double damage, he was thinking maybe there's enough speed, but definitely not. He's actually buying a Mjolnir, by the way, on Storm Spirit. So
I've been seeing more Storms do this lately, actually.
Yeah?
This has become like the third, or the fourth, fifth item.
Do you like it?
More common than not. I actually kind of do. More farm for the hero. I know it also feels like Hex isn't as game-breaking for the hero as it used to be, you know, where by Hex the game is over, as all the stuns are just worse overall.
Yeah. It gives you a nice proc as well, right? Like versus the versus Windrun versus Butterfly on Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely see it working. MKB should be completed by Lu, by the way. Yeah, it is. So, yep, he's pretty much 6-slotted now. When the Aegis gets reclaimed, he can replace that Midas later down the line, but he is absolutely ready to start pushing. But a safer option would obviously be to get a pick off first.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So I also don't like the fact that I understand what Emo had to do with this itemization, but it feels really hard for them to start fights because all they have is still Blink Telekinesis. There's no like Blink Shackle Shot or anything like that, and they're wholly reliant on these Atoses and like the Eternal Change of the Gleipnir.
Yeah, but that's the problem of the draft, right? Like, that's an issue that Timber brings. Usually.
Well, right now Timber's not bringing them that much in defending the space. He's throwing in as many chakrams as he can. They've done a decent enough job. The fight will break off as Somnus getting jumped onto Emo. Emo is still going to be alive. Everybody just jumping away though. BKB was popped by Somnus. Windrun used by the Wind Ranger. And they take care of the Terrorblade illusions that almost killed Tianming. QIQ is forced to use the Rain of Destiny. And they pop the Roar as well. Oracle false promised the TB to keep him alive. Okay, so far no real hero dead. They might be able to take out the Tempest double, but even that feels quite difficult to do. As Lu with the magnetic field will buy as much time as possible. Will it survive?
Almost.
Almost.
Almost lives, but yeah, not quite tanky enough. Then again, it doesn't really care. Meta has been used, right? It's running out, so you don't have to go back if you're Azure Ray. You can just stay here, use the next clone to take down the Raxes. You don't have Roar, but it will be up in 20 seconds.
You don't have Roar, but you know that they don't have many tools either to stop you from making this push. Lu with the magnetic field and the clones, and this Mantis style will be able to take away the top melee Rax. And IG just not strong enough to stop this just yet. The question is, Liz, do they ever get strong enough to deal with this?
Holy hell.
Lu? Oh my god, almost straight up killed Timber, so
that's the
don't
magic.
expect to see that every day.
Yeah, that's the magic damage. That's the magnetic field magic damage. That's why. It wasn't the right clicks. He has way too much armor for those right clicks to hurt as much as they did.
Bonus damage is good damage. And the Azure Ray still have this Aegis for another 3 seconds. It will pop, but Lu is very, very far back on his rock water.
Oh my god, he just dropped
Dust, half HP, just a Tempest double.
Yeah, it's basically just this. Lu creates a Tempest double. He, Ancient Thunderhide, uses Frenzy on it. Just, yeah, IG, they need to, eventually they'll have to make a move. They'll have to jump them because they'll lose Raxes this way.
Looks like AR don't really have any ambition of leaving this area. We're gonna stay here and get a second lane of Rax come hell or high water. Timbersaw trying his best to defend this, but already down to half HP. Tier 3 tower is gone. On the next double, they're certainly gonna start sieging onto the Rax.
Yeah. The question is, like, he's buying Skadi next on Arc. It's really good. Another option would be a BKB. I think that would be very solid too. Like, you get a BKB, suddenly your Tempest can't be destroyed that easily. You can sit on that high ground, but
Dire's bottom tower.
Skadi is also a fairly good option.
Speaking of items, I'm looking at Somnus right now, and I just realized another good thing about having this Mjolnir. If you have Mjolnir, you actually have ways to clear out creep waves that don't use up your mana pool. So you're technically always ready to jump back in for a fight. Feels nice.
Even the active, right? Like, another thing that you can put on Lu as his Tempest double goes in.
So let's see, his Tempest double will have static charge, it'll have a Pervice charge up on it, potentially a Glimmer Cape, Crimson Guard from the Beastmaster. Good luck killing it. On the bright side for IG though, they have left through this mid lane, so it's gonna buy them some time before the next push comes. I imagine AR is waiting for the subsequent Roche before they come up the hill to end the game.
Yeah, the more disciplined, the more safer approach would be. Wait out that Roshan, fight around there, but it just feels really good the way they're playing. Like, you see, this is basically Dota 1-on-1 right now. Stay on this triangle, cut mid, cut bottom. Top lane can be pushed a little bit. Timber, oof.
Not just cut middle and cut. Oh, Timbersaw lives. Gets kept alive by the false promise of QIQX.
Is he gonna
We'll
survive?
see how much damage he takes after this. That's what I'm curious about.
Okay.
He's fine.
Yeah. It's a Timber after all. He gets a lot of regen, plus the Oracle, plus the Sunder there. But the Raxes, bye-bye.
Yeah. If you can force back the Timber, you open up the space for this push. And they've already put some damage onto the range racks as well. On the high ground, Chalice, they go down. Okay, lift back. The Echo Shell. Almost,
Emo.
that was actually a very confusing interaction. Emo should be okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
No, he just wind ran on the low ground and then moved back. I wasn't sure what the plan was, but another tier 3. This one will be saved by the glyph a little bit. How do you do, like, what do you do here? That's the question for IG. Like, how do you approach these fights? Like, you really want to be jumping the Arc Warden somehow. You need to smoke out of your base, but there's vision on you. There's Venowards, there's Hawks. I feel like you need the MKBs as well, but you're not gonna get them fast enough.
It's just so rough for them. And whilst they're playing around here with IG, the top lane of Rax has been taken, and they take away the life of the Timbersaw right now. He buys back.
Oh, the TB as well.
Need to buy back on TB because TB also got eviscerated.
GG.
Oracle dies as well. Can't get off the false promise. And yes, these heroes have buyback, but honestly, even if they do, what can they realistically accomplish against AR? So they throw in the towel. GG, well played is called, and AR make game number 1.